In 1987, I gave birth to a beautiful baby boy.
Yeah. '87 was the birth of a king, born in this world not having a thing, but after everything.
My journey as a creator started at a young age. My cousin used to draw. I was following behind him. I started drawing, but then I actually took a liking to it, so then I'd do it on my own when he wasn't around. Later on, as I got older, I messed around with the idea of trying to make music, but it was mad expensive for the equipment and not as accessible as it is now, and plus I was a kid, so I ain't had the money to get it anyway. Fast forward to 2010, this is when it all really started to take shape. I got my first MacBook and I ran across GarageBand. I always loved music, but I didn't know how to count bars and I definitely didn't know how to make beats, so all of this was pretty new to me. But for months, I would listen to my favorite songs and then I'd listen to beats that I put together and then I'd figure out how to structure my music off of that, just because I knew that mine didn't sound like theirs. So as time passed, I got into being a rapper as a form of promotion, more so for the beats than it was I wanted to be a rapper. I always wanted to be like Dre. Dre's my favorite producer. So I always wanted to be like Dre and just make dope ass beats and then, maybe rap on them occasionally. And if you know me, you know I don't like being bad at anything. And I was really bad at rapping.
Ever since I took a step in the music game, I never looked back. Home away from home for me.
I mean, technically I was bad at making beats too, but that's whatever. So now I'm putting more work into being a rapper instead of more time into making beats. So now I'm a rapping producer instead of a producer that raps. So I put out mixtapes, EPs, I'm collabing with other artists, I'm performing. I'm thinking now this might be where it's at for me. I think I might actually be a better rapper than I am a producer, but I never gave myself a fair shot as a producer. I couldn't afford music videos like that, so if I didn't use my iPhone or my wife's camera, then I pretty much didn't have a video. She had a Nikon D3200 and we would use that. My boy would either shoot me or she would shoot me, and then I would sit and I would do the edit, and then from time to time I'd shoot some for the homies. So after shooting a few videos for my boys and my wife being my camera person, when I got the courage to be in front of the camera, I actually started to fall in love with the editing and the technique and just trying to figure all of that out. So again, I don't like being bad at anything. But now that we up to speed on this journey, I can definitely say that all the things that have happened up until this point, I did not expect any of it to happen. I kind of thought that everything would just fall flat, whether it been the rapping, the producing, the painting shoes, the drawing, or whatever. I just thought that it would all fall flat. It's crazy that guys that I was watching their videos trying not to be bad, and like y'all know, I don't like being bad at anything, but I'm watching these dudes trying to figure out how to make better music videos for my homies. And then it's crazy that now I done built a brotherhood with these dudes. While we all could set what could be considered crazy aspirations, I never thought that this camera would take me out of Los Angeles. I never thought that it would be a means of income, but what I can say, it definitely became a new creative outlet, especially when I wasn't good at it. I think the fact that I wasn't good at it and the grind to get better, I love that. Just the figuring out. Up until this point, I've done so many things with my creativity that I never thought was possible, especially coming from where I come from and the way that I grew up. With all that being said, here's to a new chapter of life.